Well, good morning. It is Thursday, March 18th. I hope you had a great St. Patrick's Day yesterday. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram pages. Because this is all online, remember you can share your thoughts with me on the stories covered in this edition of 3 News Now. And don't forget to let me know your name and where you're watching from. Okay, we have all of your top stories in just a moment. But first, we're tracking some significant rain throughout the region, and look, another cloudy day here in Northeast Ohio. Well, 3 News meteorologist Hollie Strano is tracking a soggy forecast, and she's in now to let us know when it will all clear out.
Thank you, Danielle. And as we take a look at your hour-by-hour National Design Mart forecast here, we're socked in with some soggy weather today. Rainy, windy, temperatures falling, and yes, you are seeing snow mix in as we head into the evening before this all ends. It's not going to be anything crazy, short-lived, and by later on tonight and most certainly after midnight, we are gradually going to clear. But it's going to be cold. We'll start tomorrow in the 20s to near 30, and then we'll only end up in the 30s to around 40 for our highs on Friday, but it's going to be bright. That always helps. And as we look ahead to conditions on Saturday, a chilly start, but we will recover as we head through the day and welcome in springtime. In the meantime, we could be talking upwards of an inch of rain by later on today. So again, it's coming down and up to an inch or more in some spots. Plus those winds really picking up. We've got wind advisories for some of you that will continue through early tomorrow morning, and that includes all along the lakeshore. We were in the upper 40s earlier today, and we've been dropping, so that'll continue into the afternoon. Tomorrow, upper 30s, but at least we will see sunshine on that Subaru 7-day forecast. 50 as we welcome spring on Saturday, sunshine, more sunshine and low 60s on Sunday, and we'll be in the 60s into next week. Danielle, back to you.
Well, thank you, Hollie. Now, 2 jurors selected for the trial of the former Minneapolis police officer accused of killing George Floyd have been dismissed. The judge questioned 7 of the jurors yesterday after the city last week announced a $27 million settlement with the Floyd family. Opening statements are currently set for March 29th. And switching gears now to the spike in anti-Asian violence across the country. A recent report from the Center for the Study of Hate and Extremism says hate crimes against Asian Americans in 16 major cities, including Cleveland, rose by 150% in 2020. Our Will Ewick shows us what's being done to bring awareness in Northeast Ohio.
We need to change. We need to stop murdering Asians and stop bad-mouthing people like us. That's not nice. That's not fair.
For more than 40 years, Margaret Wong has been practicing immigration and nationality law, while also serving as a civic leader in Northeast Ohio. And lately, she's watched as an increase in racially motivated discrimination against Asian Americans has spread across the country.
It's really not fair to put all of us together and think we're all somebody. We're so diverse, and that's what America's about.
Since the beginning of the pandemic, hate crimes against Asian Americans have been on the rise. Research released by Stop AAPI Hate this week says nearly 4,000 incidents were reported during the pandemic, with another report showing major U.S. cities saw a 150% increase. It's led to Cleveland City Council passing a resolution condemning racism, xenophobia, and intolerance against the AAPI community and committing to finding ways to change it. It also led Representative Stephanie House to introduce a similar bill last summer in the Ohio General Assembly, but it didn't make it very far.
We got one hearing. That's it. We did our introductory sponsor testimony, and that was the extent of it.
With things seemingly only getting worse, Representative House and Golansky decided to reintroduce the bill earlier this month, hoping for a different outcome.
Let's hear about it. Let us go through the legislative process and hopefully get it over the finish line in this General Assembly so our brothers and sisters within the AAPI community can truly know we appreciate them, we see them, we hear them, and we are working for them.
It's a first step to combating racism wrongfully linking Asian Americans to the global pandemic. But Wong says the next step is for those who are threatened, harassed, or discriminated against to report it.
That's another problem with our people. We sort of feel ashamed We're very embarrassed by this, but we need to start reporting it, and we cannot be model minorities anymore.
Will Ewick, 3 News.
And Will, thank you. The group Stop AAPI Hate says of the nearly 4,000 nationwide incidents reported between March of last year and February of this year, the majority of them involved verbal harassment and shunning or avoiding Asian Americans on purpose. And new this morning, a Lorain County man is facing charges for his part in the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. The Cleveland FBI arrested 20-year-old Clifford Mackerel on several charges, including assaulting an officer. The FBI says in various video clips and pictures taken during the assault, Mackerel can be seen pushing against officers. Agents were able to identify him thanks to a tip from someone who graduated with him. And so far, so good after one day of the mass vaccination clinic in downtown Cleveland. Thousands of people filed into Cleveland State University's Wolstein Center yesterday for their shot of the COVID-19 vaccine. We caught up with a number of people who say they're just beyond grateful to finally be getting one.
Oh my God, I just can't wait. I can't wait to be with my grandkids. I mean, that's my motivation. I want to hug my grandkids. I want them to stay the night. So that's pretty much, and I don't want to get sick and die.
Day 2 of the clinic is today, and it's expected some 6,000 shots will be given out daily by this time next week. And even as more vaccines are administered, cases are rising again in some parts of the country, like Michigan, which is seeing a 56% spike in new infections. In fact, nationwide, new daily infections remain higher than they were last summer. Dr. Anthony Fauci is still warning that variant increases and easing restrictions could lead to another surge.
My concern is that we prematurely pull back and don't give the vaccines time to continue to protect the country.
The CDC says more than 73 million Americans have received at least one vaccine dose. And looking to our COVID-19 numbers here in the state, well, they moved in the right direction. Ohio's number of new cases was down Wednesday more than 400 from Tuesday, with 1,458 new cases reported. And if you want to travel soon, some governments, well, they want you to prove that you had your vaccination before welcoming in tourists or letting people attend events. Now, one idea is a vaccine passport. It would be an app or a digital file verified by your healthcare provider that shows you got the vaccine. But as you can imagine, this comes with controversy. Some don't feel they should have to prove they've been vaccinated and just to take part in events, and others worry about the security of it. So now we move to the best news that you will hear all day. Really switching gears here. So Cleveland Independents, well, they are going to kick off their Restaurant Week to Go today. Over 30 participating restaurants are offering to-go, takeout, and some dine-in options. Head to clevelandindependence.com/restaurant week, so that's /restaurant week, for a list of participating restaurants. And tomorrow night, we are celebrating Northeast Ohio's restaurants here. So some of the owners of your favorite places to eat talk to us about the struggles they faced in the last year and their hope for the future of Cleveland's food scene. Our Austin Love brings us Save Our Sauce, celebrating Northeast Ohio's restaurants tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So make sure you check that out. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and the world. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 a.m. on Go. Have a great day, everybody.